Uncle Millard's Farm by Barbara Faith Roberts. Growing up on the farm was an experience, to say the least. We had the best food you could ever think of. It was tough, but it was worth it. We got up every morning very early, me and my brother Bobby. First thing we had to do was he had to go out and milk the cows, and I got to tag along. The highlight was the fact that I got to feed the baby calves while he milked the grown cows. And I remember sitting in the barn watching him feed the kittens with the milk straight from the cow. And when that was done, taking the milk in the house, he had to carry these two heavy buckets up to the house. We had to strain the milk. And after we strained the milk, Aunt Doris would put it into the refrigerator and take off that heavy cream, make whipped cream, and she'd make butter. And I got to learn how to make butter by using an old-fashioned churn. And it was hard because you had to push this handle up and down inside this big old churn. You had to twist and turn at the same time until it got so stiff you couldn't move it no more. And that was the best butter you could ever taste in your life. So sweet. Oh, God, that was good. And just going out, my job was to go out and collect the eggs from the chickens. And believe me, those chickens hated it the first thing in the morning to go out and ruffle their feathers. Ruffle their feathers, dig up underneath of them to get those eggs. I had peck marks on my hands. I'd cry. I'd whine and bring the eggs in the house, and that was our breakfast. We would have eggs. We'd have ham. We'd have sausage. We'd have fresh, cold milk. The coldest milk. Oh, it was so good. I'd still taste it. And then we had to get ready for school. Off to school we'd go. We'd come home and start all over again. The same chores every day. But what we grew, we ate. We were a self-sustaining farm. And us being kids, heck, we didn't think nothing about any of that. All we knew is we were kids. We wanted to go have fun, but there were chores to do. And dishes to do, and pigs to slop, and cows to milk, and chickens to feed. And, you know, it wasn't all bad. We had our fun times. Like, we'd sit in the garden, and we would collect all the garden vegetables. We could get our hands on the tomatoes and the peas, and we'd get some fruit. We had a tree house, and we'd climb up in that tree house. We'd put all the fruit in a box, and then little by little, we'd pull it up by the rope up into our tree house, and we had a salt shaker that we'd steal from the house, and we'd sit up there, and we would eat everything out of that garden that we could think of, that we could get into that little bucket. Tomatoes, and oh my God, we had so much. We had raspberries and strawberries and grapes and tomatoes and salt on these apples, little green apples. Stomach aches. But oh God, we wouldn't complain about a stomach ache, because Aunt Doris's biggest thing was castor oil. If you were sick, that's what you drank. And once you drank that, by God, you'd never get sick again. Ever get sick again. Because that was a surefire cure for what ails you. We, cut. I'm cutting up.